Massive liquidations have rocked cryptos in the last 24 hours, but the bigs are buying. What are they buying? Have you taken a look at gold, XRP, BTC, and...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I made some iced mocha this morning. Definitely not my finest moment. Should have my daughter make that coffee instead. Speaking of not finest moments, happy Monday and happy... Holy shit, what's happening up on the screen. I'll tell you what's happening. I bought a little bit more last night, and I'm about ready to buy even more. Just depends if we hit a few more of my targets. Volume starting to pick up. 143 billion right now in the last 24 hours. Liquidations across the board. What's happening? And, well, we're going to do your comments first because, yes, even on Mondays... we're all back at work. The viewer comes first. Trick hangs out with us and says 83 and 69%. Can you believe that he's talking about the gains for silver? Oh, silver big year-to-date gains. Tyron Copeland says, what it do, Klaus? Our regs now pushed to January. Here's the deal with regs. Subcommittee vote. You have two different subcommittees, okay? They're going to each write their own portion of the bill. They're going to upvote that this month. As soon as I get dates, I'll share it with you, so make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Then, in the beginning of 2026, they haven't gotten whether it's January or February, because remember, if we don't agree on stuff, the government shuts down again. So we don't know if it's January, February, or whatnot. They're going to send that full bill to the Senate for a full vote. Then that has to go to the House. So regs definitely pushed out till January. But remember, two subcommittee votes for this month. Thank you, Tyron, for hanging out with us. Paul says, Klaus, the only thing you should buy is H-bar. You might want to add some quant. I buy whatever's on sale. It doesn't matter if it's crypto. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon cards. In fact, there was an auction yesterday. There was a Pokemon card I bought for $13, and that was with shipping. They just sold one last night for $85. Just throwing it out there. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon. Doesn't matter if it's crypto. Doesn't matter if it's stonks. I buy when things look good. Look at Sol, down 9.3%. XRP, down 8%. BTC, down 6%. H-bar, down 8.4%. People are saying that the Bank of Japan raising rates is going to be a problem. And that's what's causing all this. Well, what about Jerome Powell and the Fed on December 10th cutting rates? We'll talk about it. Altcoin season, doesn't matter when it's all red. 25 out of 100. And you can see it right here in the crypto market cap. Look at this, just absolute dive from 3.1 trillion to now 2.92. The market is not happy with this at all. MicroStrategy, though, is buying, and told you I'm buying too. They acquired 130 BTC at 90,000 apiece. They now have 650,000 BTC. Strategy, the business intelligence firm led by Michael the Crackhead Sailor, allegedly, I gotta cover myself, acquired 130 BTC for 11.7 million late in November. Average price around 90,000, not bad. Except their buy is already in the red right now. This acquisition continues Strategy's pattern of adding BTC to its corporate treasury throughout 2025. Look, there's people out there that believe, and if you believe, you do what you gotta do. You buy, you sell, you do whatever you need to do, girlfriend. So now Strategy bought, and so did Tejas. That's right. Tejas, Texas, becomes the first U.S. state to buy $10 million for BTC in its strategic reserve. Nice. Texas has become the first U.S. state to purchase Bitcoin for treasury. Now remember, states' rights, right, versus the federal. The federal government said, yo, we're going to do strategic reserve asset. And they also said they don't want to add debt to the whole thing. So they're not going to raise debt in order to buy crypto. So the federal government said, okay, look, we suck, we're slow, we don't have a lot of money, and we've got some fighting problems. States, you do whatever the fuck you want. We're going to let you do it, just like cannabis. Yeah, that's what's happening with crypto right now. States' rights versus federal rights. Texas became the first U.S. state to purchase BTC for its treasury, acquiring $10 million worth of it on November 20th as part of its newly established reserve. The initial buy was executed, son of a bitch, through BlackRock Spot BTC IBIT at an average price of approximately $87,000 per coin. Okay. While the state plans to self-custody its Bitcoin in the future, the ETF structure provides compliant and accessible entry point for tech, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so did you buy BTC or did you buy the ETF? Sounds to me like you bought the ETF. Bitcoin, XRP sold, pummeled as crypto liquidations top over $500 billion. Holy shit. For some industry pundits, the crypto's latest plunge is attributed to increasing expectations that the Bank of Japan is going to hike its interest rates at the next policy meeting mid-December. This potential monetary tightening would be the first rate hike for Japan since January. Whoa. BTC dumped because the Bank of Japan put December rate hike in play. This came from Arthur Hayes, CEO of BitMEX. So, do you believe him? Now, what I do believe is the massive amount of red up on the screen. XRP under $2? Well, not at the current moment. It's at 201. Gold? Whoa. That's your gold chart for the 1 year. So as crypto safe haven is getting rocked, look at the spike that gold has made here over the last several months. Yes, the alts are running at the same time, but the alts fizzled out, as we can see. And now liquidations are wiping out yet another. This is the third big wave in liquidations in like what, the last 2 months? Dude, this is wiping out tons of risky money in the market. So what are players looking at? They're looking at gold. Yeah, it's boring as shit, but man, for the year, gold was at $27.50 a year ago and now at $42.81. Those are serious gains. Now, Sony Bank filed for a bank charter. No updates yet for the Ripple bank charter, but Sony Bank did, so they can do what? Bring crypto to gaming? Oh, shit. Come on. Just give us good games. Sony Bank aims to issue a 1-to-1 USD stablecoin for payments in its gaming and anime ecosystems from fiscal 2026, cutting card fees on subscriptions. That I do agree with. I think that's cool. And Connectia Trust Unit has applied for a U.S. national crypto bank charter, but the ICBA opposes the move as blurring the banking commerce lines and hurting community banks. Shut the fuck up. Then maybe community banks should keep up. Sony Bank, the banking division of technology company Sony, is planning to issue a dollar peg stablecoin for American customers so that they can use it for gaming. I think it's cool. Now, yes, we learned that when Ripple filed for their banking application, the American Bankers Association were like, yo, this is bullshit. We don't want Ripple being part of our group. Now that Sony is doing this, you got the ICBA saying the same thing. They don't want these crypto players getting these bank licenses. Oh, but it's going to put pressure on regional banks. Well, then regional banks need to step it the fuck up. That's what competition is all about. If you work for a company and all of a sudden a competitor moves in across the street, do you think you can keep doing the same thing and be successful? No, you have to up your game. So community banks, up your game. Big national banks, up your game. Global banks, up your game because crypto is putting pressure on you. Speaking of pressure, XRP's price. Volume up 123% to 4.3 billion. So players are buying the dip. Specifically, who is buying the dip? Ooh, the Koreans. Look at the up-it pairing, the XRP Korean won pairing right now. 403 million in volume. The next biggest pair is Binance's FDUSD for XRP, followed by its USDT, the Tether pairing with XRP. So you've got massive amounts of volume, like I said, up 123%. Compared to the greater crypto market, that's only up 68%. Traders are buying the XRP dip. Now, what about the ADA dip? That's down 10% to 37 cents. HBAR down 8% to 13.3. For real. We drop a little bit below that 12.9 mark. I am putting a big hammer into HBAR. But what it's making me wonder is, are we getting ready for more lows? We've seen crypto be pushing down here a little much, right? Rather than crypto trying to push up, we've seen this latest move here really slide on the way back down. And yes, it's been bouncing from the $2 mark, but here we are trying it again. XRP, I don't believe is a buy at $2. I think you could buy it sub $2. I've been saying it time and time and time again. The problem is we keep getting pushed on down. In fact, we go to the 15-minute chart and you can see we are getting darn close to that $2 mark. Last time we were here, 22nd of November. So again, you can get those sub $2 deals for XRP. Some of y'all are telling me to look into quant. Some of y'all have been telling me to look into ADA. I go for things that I believe in that are at the price that I think is desirable. So will I wait for stuff? Hell yeah, I will. I'll wait for Circle's IPO. Well, not their IPO anymore. I'll wait for Circle Stonks if it gets low enough. But right now, liquidations are ruling the roost. The entire crypto market is like, oh shit, we got some more economic problems going on. bunch of leveraged players have been wiped out. You still have people pissed off with crypto trying to apply for bank licenses. And states' rights are beating federal rights because the feds are slow as fuck. So Tejas is buying BTC. Are they buying BTC or are they buying BlackRock's IBIT ETF? It sounds like the latter. Now, I'm not going to be super aggressive with my buying because, like I said in the previous segment, it seems that crypto keeps wanting to fight its way on down, and time might be on our side. Because if the government, yes, gets the subcommittee upvotes done, but then we go through a shutdown, well, that's going to push regs out way the F on down the road. And then we really know the market will take a little pooperoni again. Rate cuts from Jerome Powell? Yeah, it's what we're probably going to get on the 10th of December. But then the Bank of Japan comes out and says, yo, we're going to raise rates. First time since January. Shakes the market. We saw that happen last night. Yeah, the market started pooping itself last night. I did buy a little last night. I'm waiting for a little bit more lower action. Yeah, I'm getting greedy, and then I'm going to buy another big chunk. Why? Because things I believe in are in sale. And again, I don't care if it's Sig Sauer Romeo line red dots that I got on sale. I don't care if it's Guade coffee. Look, if it's on sale and I think it's worth it, I buy it. And that's the whole thing. I'm not just chasing crypto. I'm chasing whatever out there fits my parameters. Just happens to be a lot of crypto right now is in the low zone. So, are you buying or are you fearful that there's going to be an even bigger dip happening? I mean, we're getting like right to crucial levels with some of our faves. XRP's right at the $2 mark. BTC's floating around the 85,000 mark. ETH under 3 again. I'm going to keep working on ETH under 3. And a lot of the alts are pretty battered down too. Look at ADA, 37 cents. Did you ever think that like 2-3 months ago, ADA at 37 cents? No, probably not. And if you believe in it, hey, maybe it's a good buy for you. So you got to do you. I got to do me. My job is to bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. So liquidation's up, crypto prices down, expectations for regs at the minimum, January, February. Hopefully we won't have a government shutdown that messes us up. Choo-choo what? Well, the sign behind me says everything you need to see. Choo-choo bitches. Oh, and happy post Black Friday shopping, happy Cyber Monday shopping. I will also be doing Cyber Monday shopping, not just for crypto, but also for gifts. Why? Because there's shit's on sale and it's worth it. I do it. Choo-choo bitches.